Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much, Mr. Pratap Agarwal, for an excellent start. Thank CII North Region for providing us this platform to discuss a very topical issue, combating recession, the role of HR. This recession is different from the rest. It's going to last longer and will go down in the books of history, of financial history, definitely. It's impacted businesses in terms of cost. It's impacted people in terms of cost and in terms of emotions. So, the question which comes up is it going to get any different for HR? I wouldn't say different. It's going to actually provide HR with an opportunity to do things which are well beyond their capacity. I take an analogy from a captain who's fighting on the Siachen border. That's the situation that HR is in right now. A captain of the Indian Army needs to motivate his people to fight despite all the odds present there, despite lack of resources. And he has to motivate his people to go there and deliver and fight the enemy. And that's what HR needs to do. So therefore, HR needs to take a leadership position and take charge and motivate its people despite all the odds. Having said that, we're going to start off on a positive note to recession. While Kingfisher in the air is bleeding, Kingfisher in the bottle is rocking. These days, during times of recession, people hit the bars. And therefore, alcohol seems to be doing really well amongst one of the sectors which is doing well. I met somebody recently, happened to be a head of HR, and he said, you know, Arjun, recession's really good for us. And I looked at him in a puzzled way and I said, recession's good for you? He says, yeah. He says, these days, we have lower attrition, I have fewer people complaining, I have higher job satisfaction levels, and I can corroborate that. You know, we did a survey across India, across 4 regions, and almost 1,500 people participated in that, and we were amazed at the levels of job satisfaction which people expressed. They were happy that they had a job. Now, what if HR didn't do things in a correct manner? What is the cost of not following the values of the organization? What is the cost of not institutionalizing the processes that one should have laid down before getting into a growth phase as far as the organization is concerned? What's the cost of not hiring people with the right set of values? The cost, ladies and gentlemen, is an organization such as Satyam. And Satyam is just one such example. A collection of many Satyams put together is a recession. So, I've told you what you're not supposed to do. Let's look at what is HR supposed to do. This is typically what a job description of a head of HR or head of HRD's role would look like. It would constitute of basically 3 facets, which can be divided into strategic, tactical, and operational. But if I was to ask somebody, what is the role of HR? The role of HR is actually unleashing potential in people, but ethically. I think we seem to forget the last bit, the ethically bit. And therefore, we forget to put in a lot of systems and processes into place, which should have been there. So, over the next 5-10 minutes, what I'm going to do is take you through what organizations across the globe are doing in strategic things, in operational things, and tactical things. One point I would like to touch on, and that's towards the end, which says attitude and commitment. You know, I've met a lot of organizations across the world, and it was very discomforting to see that you have a very lackadaisical approach to HR. You staff HR with not necessarily the best of resources. and then you expect the best from them. There isn't commitment on HR projects because business always takes precedent. You don't set your processes in place before starting out on an exercise and then expect results overnight. So first and foremost, I think we need to change that. We need to have an attitude where we're going to respect HR and say that's equally important for the organization to succeed. We hear all the time, people are our greatest assets. But what are you doing in terms of contributing as far as resources are concerned there? So it's very important we put the right resources there. I think at this point of time we need to reassess strategy and communicate long-term vision of the organization. As Mr. Agarwal very rightly said, look at the long-term vision of the organization, communicate that what we are going to do 2 to 3 years from now. If you have a positive mindset and a mindset of action, you're going to be able to engage your people and they would not feel that, we're going to wind up tomorrow. Have your succession planning in place. A lot of research has shown that succession planning in good organizations is very strong. They ensure that they've put the right people in the right place, they've transferred people and given them leadership opportunities and then put them in leadership positions. And lastly, reassess your risks. I'll give you an example. Last year in summer, San Francisco, an IT administrator locked out an entire city because he had all the passwords and he was asked to leave. So he locked out everybody in the city. So very important at this juncture, because lots of people's jobs are at risk, please reassess your risk before you take very drastic measures. Design policies for sustained growth. Now when I say sustained growth, please note I'm talking about growth which you can, or actions that you can do repeatedly. Do not focus on the short term and say, as long as we can do this project right, let's finish off and move on. Let's look at long-term growth. So set goals which have a long-term objective with an eye on the ball as far as profitability is concerned. I'm going to reiterate performance. Put systems in place to manage and monitor performance. Most organizations, that's one has dealt with across different sectors, have said, we have a great appraisal system. But guess what? When we actually go and do the HR audits, what we find is that it's a great appraisal system, but it's not been implemented. That needs to be done. I read a very interesting article just yesterday in Economic Times. There was a debate on whether we should have a cost audit or not in India. And the person said, instead of focusing on cost, let's focus on performance. And that's what we need to do. I was at Rishikesh recently, and this was a photograph taken there. There were people standing on the board, on the rafts, and heading for the rapids. And guess what? Immediately 100 meters after this, people toppled over in the raft. So don't plan for disaster. Ensure that you have the right people in the right roles. That's something which is again absent in a lot of organizations that one has met. We're often doing staffing. I've met people and they said, I've met heads of HR and all who've said, the owner of the business just sends in guys and he says, isko offer letter de do. He says, I don't even know what he's been called for. I don't even know what he's to be asked to do. And he's just been asked to give an offer letter. And then you expect them to do a certain job correctly. That is not acceptable. One important thing which can be done in times of recession is job rotation. You're going to have people being moved out of their roles. Therefore, it will create opportunities